I've been thinking of doing this challenge of reading books that are based on my favorite movies. So basically movie adaptations of books, but ones that like I love and I've never read the books of. I really wanted to go over the books that I plan to read. So you can probably see some of the books behind me, a little sneak peek. But I'm gonna just start in no particular order. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. And yeah, one of my favorite movies of all time, the Keira Knightley version. Not sure why I've never read it. I've had this particular copy for a long time and just never read it. I'm thinking about just making this my first like challenge read. So I love this edition, by the way. It has deckled edges, which I feel like is very unpopular, like an unpopular opinion, but I love me a deckled edge. I don't know. There's something about the are they called deckled edges, deckled pages, whatever. But I love them. I think they look so cool. We need to bring back deckled edges very quickly. I got these like sticky tab things. I'll sometimes like mark certain parts in the book that I want to return to if I'm doing like a review or something. But I've never like seriously like tried to like annotate. So it's like a full color one, like color on the tab, and then these circle ones. I think this is what made me get these, the circle ones. All right, next on my list, I have The Count of Monte Cristo by Andre? No, Alexander Dumas. Um, yeah, this is, I don't even know. Okay, I feel like this is an unfair one just because I can't remember this movie. I've seen it, I watched it a long time ago in high school, but it was a part of a school or like a class, my French class to be exact. So I don't really remember if I liked the movie or not. However, I did read the book. This is the exact book that I read in high school, and I loved it. As you can see, this is very small compared to the actual Count of Monte Cristo book, and that's because this is the abridged version. And I don't know if I knew this was abridged when I was younger, but I was like 15, so who cares? I'm really happy that I still have this book because not only is it like 15 years old at this point, maybe a little bit more, it's in great condition. Like you see there's like some stains or whatever, and also look, deckled edges. Just but yeah, besides like the stains, it's in tip-top shape. Shout out me for taking good care of this book for all these years. And it's also a Borders classic. And if you know Borders, you know Borders is no longer in existence. So this is like an ancient relic, and I will never get rid of it. However, I will not be reading this particular copy. I did go ahead and get the unabridged, the unabridged copy. I literally picked it up yesterday for like, it was like $4. So, yay. Part of why I liked it, because in French class, we did study like some French literature. So I became just really fixated on like reading this for class. And yeah, this was actually like it was this one and The Beauty and the Beast, which is not on this list. And I feel like it should be because I loved that movie, the French version. I think it was like 1940s or something that movie came out, and we watched that in class as well. Beautiful film. Next on the list, we have North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. This technically North and South is not a movie. It's like a mini series that was on BBC. Back in like I don't even know, early 2000s. This is a story of a young woman from the South. She's like from a middle class family, and her family is forced to relocate to the north to like this industrial town. And yeah, and she falls in love with this mill owner. So he's like a wealthy guy who lives in this town. And yeah, they fall in love, and it just tells the story of her life. And yeah, I really, really want to read this because I love the BBC miniseries. That was a very hyper fixation for me at some point because I was a huge, 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 huge fan of Richard Armitage, and I still think he's cool. Like I still am a fan of Richard, just not as intense as I was back in the day. Oh, cool. Okay, so it's on Amazon Prime, and it's on Peacock, Tubi, Roku. Oh, so yeah, it's pretty much still online. It's still watchable if anyone's interested in watching it. I'll probably, to be honest, I'll probably do like a watch party of all of these movies in my Discord with community members who want to watch my favorite movies with me. Because I think this would be really fun to like read the book and then watch the movie slash this is a TV show. But I think that would be really cool. Is that not a great idea? I think it's a good idea. I don't know. Next on the list is actually um surprising to me. Like I think about it, I'm like, how have I not read this series? It's literally the movies are I feel like the movies shaped me as a person. I remember watching the movies when I was really young with my sisters, and it was such a like a comfort movie for the three of us. And I have such fond movies of or fond memories of getting into these movies and watching them. So I'm really excited to finally get around to reading the books. But that is the Lord of the Rings series. I was gonna say trilogy, but I guess it is the trilogy, and also The Hobbit, which I'm just gonna include because it's here. Actually, fun fact, I did read The Two Towers. Or I didn't I have it. I own The Two Towers. Like that's a book that I actually own because I remember I wanted to read the book because The Two Towers was my favorite movie. I wonder if that's still true. I haven't seen the movies in a while. But The Two Towers was my favorite movie, and I remember I bought the book, or my parents bought the book, whatever. And I couldn't get into it just because like my little tiny pea brain, you know, I was a I was a child. The next book I have actually I do not own. But I did actually order. So I picked it up on Thrift Books. But it is Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. Yeah, that's one of my favorite Alfred Hitchcock Alfred Hitchcock movies. Like one of my top favorite movies of his. I think there was a remake recently, but I didn't see that, and I don't think I want to. Next book on my list, which is The Phantom of the Opera, the stage play. Yeah, ate that up. And yeah, I love the movie too. I gotta say, I did love the movie. I was a Gerard Butler fan, so. And then for an honorable mention, Les Mis by Victor Hugo. And I didn't love the movie. I think I've only seen it the one time in theaters, and that was it. Like I have not seen it since. So that just tells you how much I liked it. But the stage play eats every single time. I'm going off my notes, and I just wrote notes of books. Like I wrote a top five, which were Pride and Prejudice, North and South, Rebecca, Lord of the Rings, and Phantom of the Opera. Chronicles of Narnia and Count of Monte Cristo. Well, I guess Count of Monte Cristo can be a sixth one. Because, like I said, I read the book as a kid and liked it. It's not a movie, though. Like, these are, if I want to go with movies, it won't be it. And then Chronicles of Narnia, since I didn't really see the movies, I didn't really count it. And then Anna Karenina and Les Mis. Les Mis is a stage play. Didn't care for the movie like that. And Anna Karenina, never seen the movie, but I own the book. Would like to read it one day. So that was kind of a chaotic list of books I want to read in the next, either the next couple months or someday.